Hi guys. Hiya guys. Well, this is Jorge speaking. I don't know what's happening to my computer. This is quite yellowish. I think it goes better. It's like I'm under some beam, or then I have flu or something like that. Okay, so imagine that I'm not Chinese like. Well, what I'm going to do is, like, since I'm started in this of a YouTube catcher and real video downloader, streamer, and so on, and I have some problems doing a talk, which was my original intention. And after the first try that I danced and I tried to do karaoke in order to do this video smoother, because I cannot put the live singings there. I'm going to do it more briefly, so it would be more smoother. I'm going to tell you about Eurovision, and I'm going to comment about the 34. Sorry, where's the stupid? Yeah, it's here. Sorry, because I have too many windows opened. Oh gosh, where's that? Oh, here, yeah. So I'm going to comment the 34 songs chosen so far, and then I will do it brand new one with all songs, and if their ranks change, they will change, and I will let you know. But I will try to comment it as brief as possible. So I'm not going to play their songs. You can hear it on YouTube overall, all over internet. So let's start with number 34. The last one, who is the farolillo rojos, such as we say in Spanish. So it is Albania. Oh god, Albania. I know that you're interested in doing some ballads, some powerful ballads, that you're frustrated that you haven't found the right song yet. You're so long, powerful ballad. But this is just, can it be called a song even? I don't think so. This is just screaming over and over again. The orchestra hinders the effects, so good for the orchestra. But it begins quite dull. Then there's like a bridge. Yeah, but when the chorus arrives, it's just unbearable. It's like one ear to put his hands on its ears. So, and also this singer, who, by the way, has to take some singing classes, although she wouldn't accept so. She's come from the Lion King. She's like a witch, an African witch, let's say, and not because she's African, yes, of course, but because she's like a girl of 25 or something, who looks like she was 60. Maybe she's not 25, but she has a very terrible. She's like she has, how do you call in English this, white hair. Too early for her age, so I'm quite sorry for her. But I don't get the stuff of this song, so better try another year, Albania. 33. Oh, I'm fed up with this country. It's Belarus. Okay. Their national final, it's always a mess. They pretend to do fairly democratically, but then always their president / dictator appears and says, "Well, this ballad, it was not quite bad one. It was quite dull, but it was interesting." He says, "No, we can't accept this." So we put the second on a row. We make them winners, as their son says. And let's go to Baku. Well, their son, this is not my piece of cake. This is not my taste at all, because it reminds me too of Bon Jovi. So before proceeding, I will let you clear my criteria. So my criteria on the ranks is the singer's ability, or the group's ability to sing and to play. And then this is very important, the originality of the song, because this year there are many songs that resemble each other, or from another years, actually real songs or Eurovision songs, let's say. And what else? And also very important, yeah, their live version, because there are maybe some great songs which actually turn into crap when they are sung live, but not because of this song, but because of the music's, because of the sorry of the musicians or the singers, and the ability of performing it right on stage. This was what happened last year with Poland and France. So yeah, Belarus. This is like Bon Jovi, and also one of those thousands and thousands of stupid songs of Eurovision, stupid songs saying we want to win, which, by the way, it started with "Dust in the Dark" of Ireland 2007, I think, and Spain. Oh yeah, we're quite ashamed of Chiki Chiki, Spain 2006 in Belgrade, which continued with Delhi, Turkey 2008. But this was a very good song. For me, it was clearly the winner. Turkey 2008, what happened to it? Oh, I'm quite sorry for them. But then all those pretended to be songs, I will comment one of it later on, that were quite crap actually. So Belarus, it's like, you want to win, you sound like to Bon Jovi? No way. I know that the majority of Europe is for you, but I'm totally against, sorry. 30 tweets, yeah. This is one of these songs that the singer is good, but it doesn't match with its song, which is actually crap. This is another forgettable Maltese song, so this is Malta 32. You know, all this cool greeting. Oh yeah, the screen has now turned. Yeah, white, not yellowish, so that's improving. Okay, so this is like, I'm cool with the DJ, but we are interested in it. The beginning of the song is rather the more interesting part, but then the chorus, well, it's like into how do you say it? Sorry, into so in the same key, not changing tune a lot, and yeah, notes. Yeah, you say also in English notes. So around 3-4 notes, and then the stupid hey, which, sorry, but he sounds like as he was retarded. So I would kill the composer. I don't know. I'm a composer myself. I would like to send one of my songs to Eurovision next year for Spain. Let's hopefully do so. But yeah, in Spain there are too many people, so I will do my best. This is one of my dreams, to compose a song somebody other in Eurovision. But turning into facts, there are some countries that there are very few people and not very original ones, not very musical ones, who got serious difficulties in composing or bringing artists into Eurovision. So this is the case of Malta, for example. So I'm very sorry, Calleja, but you will have to turn around and turn to your street. So the calle in Spanish means street, and you will have to come back to Malta again. 31 is Romania. Well, I don't know the linguistic politics about Eurovision, because some years they say all the songs have to be in their own language, then they say it doesn't matter, then they say all in English, like in Latvia and so on and so forth, when it was organized there. But yeah, I don't see the point of singing in Spanish. You're not Spain, you're Romania. I know that you want our vote, Spanish and Spanish, and or the southern vote, or you want to promote Spanish all around Europe, so that's fine. But well, this is not Romanian, and your son, yeah, this is quite another dance numero, reggaeton, so on and so forth. But it doesn't attract me so much attention. I think there are better ones in such a genre this year in Eurovision. I don't know. Let's voice your opinion here under this video, and I will feel free to comment. But this is my opinion. I know that Spain is different. We're not very European, so we have quite a different taste in music. But I think that their song is not a very interesting one. Oh God, let's go with our neighbor. So that's number 30, I think. Yeah, 30. Portugal. Well, Portugal. Your son is not Portuguese either. It's like a blend between Balkany ballad. There are so many Balkany ballads. There are good ones, there are shitty ones. This would be a case of a quite strong shitty but dull one. It's composed by a Croatian. Well, I'm laughing at myself because I see myself on the on this screen, and maybe maybe I look ridiculous. I don't know. No. Well, let's go to the facts. So Portugal. Yeah. Composed by a Balkan composer, Croatian, Slovenian, whatever he is. So it's a blend of it, disguised as Portuguese, and then like a tango. Well, this is Eurovision. This is not Latino American Eurovision, Latin American Vision. So, or American Vision. There are some countries which haven't understood it quite right at these stages of the show. I will proceed with them later on. So Portugal, the singer's good. It's one of those unnumberable, or whatever you say in English, Filipa. There are so many Filipas in Eurovision, like in 2008. I think it was, no, 2010, sorry, Filipa Azevedo in Moscow. But your song doesn't convince me. It gets better in the chorus, but no, it won't proceed to the final. Sorry, Portugal. Number 29, I think it is. It's, yeah, Serbia. Okay, we have an expression in Spanish like better leave in advance before it's too late. So Zelico, or whatever you're called, Joka Mesevich, or I don't have the name here. This is like repeating yourself over and over again, and the one who you composed to the Bosnian one to Latvia in 2007, I think it was. It's not, and also it's not in English. Why in English? Keep it in Serbian, please. And it's not very interesting either. It goes better with the musical bridge, but well, I know that the Balkanic will vote for this. Maybe it will proceed to the final, but no, sorry. That doesn't attract me my attention. Let's go with number 28. I think so. I haven't the country's number. Yeah, it's Bulgaria. Well, Bulgaria, one country which actually did it very good in Eurovision a couple of years ago with these experimental songs such as water, or water in UK, you would say it, in 2007, and all this around there. But then it hasn't attracted so much attention. It was horrible. The one of Give Me To Be, no, stuff of 2009, I think it was. Many people do actually like it, so this one is not that bad, but their live version was just crap. What about this year, Bulgaria? Yeah, they pretend to be their neighbors, Romania. Actually, their song is better, but the singer, oh my god, the singer doesn't actually quite that bad, but when it reaches the highest notes, it's like she was screaming. It's, for me, also unbearable. It's just Albanian kids, but it's more verbal, so that's why it's on 28. 27. Yeah, this country, how do you call it? Makedonia, Slavic Macedonia, ex-Yugoslavian Republic of Macedonia, former Yugoslavian Republic of Macedonia, well, whatever it's called, FYROM Macedonia, or FYROM Makedonia, we will call it. FYROM Makedonia. Well, FYROM Makedonia, this is a country which sometimes it sends crap songs, sometimes good songs, not very valued. Last year, for example, was actually good. Well, you had to understand their humor. They were like criticizing Russians, you know, always the Russian stuff. But yeah, and I liked it, and it didn't proceed to the final. You know that this country is like banned from the final for many years on. This year is like, it begins like an acoustic version of the song, like a ballad, with some rhythm, with a keyboard, with a piano. Yeah, quite interesting. If it got longer, it would be dull. And then suddenly, it begins with the syncopes and all the this is pretended to do the music in the background, but they have too many pages open. Sorry, and yeah, then suddenly it begins with the rock streams and so on and so forth, and it becomes interesting. And well, it's quite of an artificial blend, quite clumsy song, but I like it. Well, this is not one of my favorite ones, but it's good, Makedonia. I'm afraid it won't proceed to the final either, but good done, Makedonia. Number 26. Oh, I can't stand this country. I've put it so high because it's not actually that bad, but well, Denmark, again, repeating, copying, over and over again. You pretend to be very original. What about this year, sending like a copy of Sweden 2010 and Lorcandal, I think it was called, or something like that. So Luna, like in Spanish, there's only one. She's unique. Yeah, we've read all the stuff about the Majorette thing, her hippie parents, but she seems good. The sun is quite European, let's say northern based, but in Spain, yeah, it's very dull. But it's like another copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. So, for me, it won't proceed to the final. Sorry, Danish people. Dutch people. The Netherlands comes in 25. Well, the Netherlands, singer is quite good. Sunday's not so bad. But this is not Eurovision. This is like American Vision. I'm getting quite fed up with those entries who pretend to be things that they aren't. So this is one of an example. She pretends to be a Native American one. Also, I've seen some videos that people in the US, US Eurovision fans, have criticized it because they find it racist. I don't find it racist, but I find it, yes, stupid. I don't find it fun at all. And she's like dressed up in some very ridiculous costumes, and also the back singers aren't that so good either. So no, it won't proceed to the final. So in other rounds, but to try next year. Yeah, 24 is Ukraine and all this stuff with the Eurocup. You know that Poland is participating this year because of their actually bad results. You know, last year song was actually one of the best ones, but apart from like it died out because in the beginning the singer didn't reach the notes. She was very nervous. She was the first one, and she actually said, "Yeah, I want," because she got the wild card. El comodín was in Spanish, and she said, "Yeah, I want to be the first one." And it's like, oh my God, you're committing suicide. And she didn't proceed. So I know that they are fed up Polish people, and they have to organize their Eurocup, but Ukraine no. Ukraine also is co-hosting the Eurocup, and they say, yeah, we're going to send send something, sound like the official song, I think it is, of one of the official songs of the Eurocup to promote ourselves, and also, very surprisingly, they've sent like the only R&B singer of their country in order to resemble Shakira's Waka Waka. So it's like, no chupamos el dedos. As babies, we say that in Spanish, so we're not idiots. We know that you are trying to copy. But there's all this stuff about the criticism from some right-wing parties saying that she shouldn't be there because she's not Ukrainian or she's black or something like that. So this is racist. So of course I'm totally against it, but of course what I have to read is that their song sounds too African for me. This is not Eurovision either. But their song is obviously better than the French one sent in 2010 in Moscow. I think it was like this French African guy. So the song is quite good, but to me it's like quite meraya. It's like for me it's quite unbearable because it repeats again and again and again, and it's quite also too many screams, too spiky. The song, I don't like it at all really. But Ukraine 24. Well, we'll see. I think it will proceed to the final because it's Ukraine, it's the Eurocup and so on. Yeah, I got confused. Yeah, the next one I previously said is Jedwar. 23 is Ireland. Well, I'm not that so freaky, but I'm trying to do a video more interesting and to make you afraid. No, Jedwar. No, seriously. I'm quite fed up with Jedwar. Really. There's some. I don't know. Sometimes I think it's better than last year. Sometimes that it's worse than last year. It's good. but it's also Eurovision. This is not Eurovision. This sounds to be too American. I saw the live version in the Late Late Show, broadcasted by RTE. They didn't actually sing it quite good. Sorry, their back singers were actually bad. So I don't know if they are going to proceed to the final. There's also too many criticisms on Europe, but let's see. 22, the beautiful song of Latvia. Well, their song is. I have both feelings. It's like sometimes I think the music is actually great. Sometimes I think it's totally crap. It sounds to me like a childish song. The tunes, but the lyrics are very stupid, very unbearable. Many people criticize this. Yeah, we don't care who won in 1980. We're too young, or we're only interested in your song, a beautiful song. Well, and then in the final part, all the stuff with the flags, like Dust in the Dark, and this is over and over again. I think it will proceed to the final, though, and we'll get some points, but yeah, it's better than certain entries in the previous years. Last year, for example, was actually, I think it was the one of the questions, of the depressing questions. I don't remember the singer now. Well, this is not so good, so much good though, but it's good. It's interesting. Yeah, I think it would proceed to the final. 21 is Finland. Why Finland so low, or why Finland so high? Well, the singer is not actually good. I've read that she abandoned singing after winning a talent show. Like, she began with all this music crisis we all musicians endure, the depressions because of stress, because musicians dedicate to excessive amount of time of this before being an expertise, and then dedicate to it fewer time. She's not actually so good. The dancer is interesting, but she's alone. It's quite empty scene. This is not a very good stuff in Eurovision with all this huge scene, particularly in Baku. We'll see it. Then I will have to comment something about Baku. Let me remind you. And then this is like Chile one. I think that this is not Eurovision. This is like a real song. But yeah, it's like chilling on your sofa. Yeah, it's good times. It's we appreciated Finland, but this is not for winning. Sorry, for me it should definitely be in the final, but it won't win, obviously. Top 20, Croatia. Yeah, Croatia. It's quite underrated in all tops. This is a very good singer. The song is actually good, a bit dull sometimes, but it's good. Well done, Croatia. I don't know if it will proceed to the final, because there's like some Croatian phobia while voting. 19. 1919, Deutschland, Germany. Roman love standing still. Well, with that low. 19. Right, sorry. I don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 19. I think. Yeah, I think so. It must be 19. Yeah, we will proceed. So yeah, Germany. Your son sounds to me too of you two. You seem not very much good either, but yeah, it depends on the moment of the day. Sometimes it's like, this is just a copy, and this is a very great song. So I don't know. Maybe it will end up in the middle of the ranks. Maybe in the last ones. We'll see. Yeah, those ranks can change. Maybe there are some songs that are quite actually low. This is the case of Slovenia, number 18. Slovenia is quite a very good one, though it's a copy of Molitva of Serbia in 2007, and particularly of Oro of 2008 Serbian entry. also. I don't know what happens with Oro. I think that Oro is much better than Molitva. Well, this is all white shed and white costumes wore, and suddenly appears a back singer with all this sponge on the hair. This is a tribute for all frustrated singers who sing on the shower. So this could actually get points from them. Not seriously. This is quite strange. She then starts singing. She sings it actually good, and then she begins the singer. Quite low key for her in the beginning. She has serious difficulties in achieving it, and then the chorus it gets creepier and creepier, more interesting. But it's not so much interesting. The final part is the best one, indeed, but it's quite a good one. Sometimes I place it higher, but I don't know. Today it's here. Maybe it could rise. Okay. And this is the strongest competitor and threat of Spain, so I think that Slovenia might win Eurovision because you have all this of the Central Europe and Balkanic vote. 17, if I've counted right, it's Switzerland. Oh god, yeah, Switzerland. There's some. The Switzerland is actually a good one, a very interesting one. While pretending to be Franz Ferdinand a bit, but interesting. But their English is so grand. I don't understand a word. It's like he was singing in Russian. I looked their lyrics twice, 3 times, 4 times, all over again, and I didn't understand a word while I was watching their live version. And also their live version isn't actually good either. He sings quite bad. Well, not so bad as others, but it doesn't convince me at all. I'm afraid he won't proceed to the final, actually, although they pretend so. So 2020, yeah, it must be 16. It's Austria. Fuck him in the papa. Fuck him in. Yeah, fuck. It's like if you mispronounce, it sounds like fucking. I think that it's always consciously made, such as the group's name. Some of them says it's tracks hitters, so like the ones of the hit tracks. For me, it would be, and for many people, tracks shit has, like shit tracks. No, seriously, their interest quite has to criticism. Sorry, it has received too many criticisms because it appears to be sexist. Well, actually, the one who's getting it is the Shrek one. So the singer, the leader or rapper, I would say. And yeah, those stripper girls actually seem to have fun. They don't do anything wrong, and I think it's very interesting. This is one of the interesting ones of the most interesting entry scenes. There's all the stuff with the yellow lights, fluorescent lights, and I love it. And since we aren't going to get the amazing of Donny Salcedo, so I think it's quite good, it's quite interesting, and it's quite addictive. I know that the regime might sound crap sometimes, but it gets better and better and better, so well done. Top 15, I think it is. I think I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. I think there's someone missing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have one missing. I don't know. Okay, so if I notice which one it is, I will comment it, and then I will do it another video. So in the final video there will be all, of course. So then it comes Italy, so it should be 14 instead of 15, and afraid. Yeah, Italy. This is a Nina Zilli. Well, I prefer the winner of Sanremo. I don't remember the name one, because she was definitely going to win, because she sang quite good, and she was also singing about the economic crisis, so that was good. But they instead chose the Italian Amy Winehouse, and yeah, she actually seems good. Their son, the Italian son, it depends. It's growing on me because in the beginning it was quite dull, but now it's interesting. It's good. I really appreciate it. This is too Italian maybe for Eurovision, so they are repeating over and over again. But this is quality. This is quality, really. And the final part of the bridge, I just love it. I love it, and I'm Spanish, so definitely will get votes from Spain. And I hope that Italians vote for us, otherwise we'll kill them. No, that's a joke. But please, vote for Pastora Soler. What else? Who's next? Well, I don't know the rank. It should be 13 or something like that. Well, it's Russia. So their son is, I don't know how to explain it. I didn't see the final. You know that everlasting final of the 25 Russian sons, but their son is actually charming. It's very heartening. Yeah, their son isn't actually one of the best ones, but I like it. It may sound too simple, but just watching those grannies on stage, and particularly the smallest one, this is like, oh, how cute of you. I will definitely get points, particularly from Eastern Bloc, so it might end up top 20. No, sorry, top 10. So let's. You'll see. I promise you that it will end up top 10. Who's next? Yes, Estonia, Kula. It sounds like Google in German. Like I think in English is team. So Las bolas del árbol was in Spanish, because when I saw the live version in Estonian television, it was like Christmas shed lights. Like he was pretending like he was on Christmas alone playing the piano. Or this is my interpretation. I don't know the translation, but this is a very great song. This is quality. Though you cannot listen to it over and over again, since you get depressed, because it's like he's crying and it makes you depressed. I don't know why, but their music is very touchable, very emotional. I like it. This is quality, and the singer is a good one. So for me, I will give him points. I don't know how many, so this should be top 10 actually. Let's see. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. No, not yet. Yeah, it's on the borderline. On the borderline. I should be on the borderline if I'm 14. If I'm 13, supposedly. So there are 2 songs missing, probably. I don't know. Okay, I will keep on commenting. So Estonia, well done. Then the full one is, yeah, top 10. I don't know what's happening with it. Okay. It doesn't matter. Well, we arrived to the top 10. So number 10 is, well, yeah. I know. Yeah, I know. This is one of the missing ones. Yeah, so it should be placed around Latvia. Okay, don't mind. In the final version, I will do it. So it would be between Ireland and Latvia, and this is Slovakia. Yeah, Slovakia. Yeah. They pretended to not to have chosen their song, but they actually did, and then they presented it. So Slovakia. Yeah, this is another rock one, but it's way better than the Belarusian one. Although I can understand it worse, since there's too much background noise for me. But it's interesting. This is not my piece of cake, but of my particularly taste. But yeah, it's interesting. So this will be Slovakia, and I don't know the remaining one. Okay, let's go with the top 10. Spain. 1 point goes to Lithuania. Yeah, Lithuania. Also, it's very much underrated on all tops. The singer is not that good, but he's much way better than others. He has also too high scores. This is my opinion. And the song is actually good. The song is actually a good one, although it's it sounds too British. I think that the composers are British, so that's why this is a very good one. It sounds a bit like a better version of Abraham's Even If entry of 2008 in UK, from UK, sorry, in Belgrade. But it's interesting, and the staging is also interesting. He starts with a mask because he's like, they're doing like a series, like the issues, los fascículos of the disabled people. So they started with the hyperactive ones. Supposedly this was like the ones of how do you call this, of Inculto in 2010. Then proceeded one in 2011. Those huge palettes with all the sign language. And this year, so blind people. So Love is Blind. Quite artificial, the thing with the mask, but it's interesting, it's fun. And then he suddenly makes some twists, so it gets better, and he starts dancing, singing. And I quite actually like the scene, and I love this song. I don't know why, but I love this song. So 1 point from Spain. La Lituanie, un point. 2 points go to Turkey, Turkey. La Turkey, 2 points. Okay, I've seen so many comments on Turkish song of Can Bonomo. Can, in the regional variety of Catalan in the Balearic Islands, means like the house of Bonomo. So I don't know. It maybe means kind of like off in Spanish, like the Irish, or like O'Hara and so on. So there's some, well, it could have been better, but it's a good song. It's like oriented, like children oriented, because he's like singing about adventures and like pirates or something like that, and sing away my children. Many to childish. He's singing like singing and dancing. He's scat dancing. It's sometimes it's quite tiring, but it's a good one. He's a nice guy. He seems good, and the song is interesting. So 2 points to Turkey, 3 points to Majerska, or whatever it's called, to Hungary. Lonely, 3 points. Okay, Hungary. I love their song. This is a very good one. Maybe it's too much square, so predictable, but I love all this music background, this prodigy-like song. Although the singer is not that good, so he destroys the song in a way. I'm so sorry for Hungary, but I think that they will definitely proceed. They will finally be in top 10, maybe in top 5. For me, it would be a candidate for winning, but the singer completely destroys the song, so I'm quite sorry. 4 points go to Georgia. La Georgie, 4 points. Yeah, I'm not that crazy. Well, Georgia, yeah. Why? Because Spain's different, and that reminds us of like Sevillanas and those southern Spanish music with all that chromatic no, I'm sorry, I'm quite tired. Not depression. All this descending chromatic progression. Yeah, that's it. Progression. So this reminds of Andalusian music. We actually like it. The instrumental version has to be more arranged. It sounds like two in a test version, but it's good. It's a good song, and the singer is not that so bad. Although the lyrics are literally crap. I think that they want to make fun of Eurovision, but it's so addicted to me. I don't know why. And believe it or not, 4 points to Georgia from Spain. 5 points. Yeah, one of the most underrated countries in the contest. It's Iceland. Iceland, 5 points. Yeah, we also love Icelandic song because when it reaches like the reach, well, I cannot sing properly, but so this is like ole. So this is like Andalusian. It sounds to me also quite Spanish, but also like very medieval, very northern of Spain. We love it. they sing it actually good. We love the violin part, and this is a candidate for winning it, but this is just my opinion. Maybe it isn't as successful as I think. So 5 points from Spain to Iceland, 6 points go to Kypros, to Cyprus. Yeah, le Chypre 6 points. La 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 la. Okay, Imi Adamu. So this girl, this fin-oriented girl, it's a lovely one. Yeah, but she doesn't actually pronounce English very good. She says like, how was the lyrics? I don't remember now. Well, I played since I have where's the I have it here downloaded. Well, this video is quite horrible. This video of me. I will try to do it better next time. So yeah, she's like, well, I don't remember now, but she's like, she mispronounces deliberately words, or at least she does it not very standard, and then she doesn't dance quite right. She's like a classy girl, but we love it. It's a bit like an imitation of Lena, but it's good. So I will try to play it if it sounds yeah. Well, I pretended to be, since I cannot put her here, to be her to make you a bit of laughs, because we need laughing in those times. So this is a very fun song, but she says when you are near. So this is not very English either. So, but I think she will definitely be in top 5. I hope so. And she might win. I don't know. This will be good for Cyprus, but you know that there's the another Cyprus staff, the Turkish there, so I don't really know. Yeah, number 3, it's so top 3, leaving out my country, which I'll comment it on last place. So no, so I got confused with the voting. Oh yeah, here's. Oh yeah, sorry. So we have here, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, it was right. So my top 15 again is Austria, 14 Italy, Russia 13, Estonia 12, Lithuania 11. So Lithuania, yeah, it will be definitely will be in my votings next time. So the points were as this. I do it correctly. So 1 point goes to Turkey. La Turquie, 1 point. 2 points go to Hungary. L'Hongrie, 2 points. 3 points go to Georgia. La Géorgie, 3 points. 4 points go to Iceland. L'Islande, 4 points. 5 points go to 5 points. No, there's something wrong here. No, 12, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2. Oh no, sorry, it was right. No, I was right. So 1 point goes to Lithuania. La Lithuanie, 1 point. 2 points go to Turkey. La Turquie, 2 points. 3 points go to Hungary. La Hongrie, 3 points. 4 points go to Georgia. La Géorgie, 4 points. 5 points go to Iceland. L'Islande, 5 points. 6 points go to Cyprus. Chypre, 6 points. No, yeah, we were here, sorry. This is a shitty bit I'm doing, but I will do it better next time. Okay, so 7 points go to Norway. La Norvège, 7 points. Why? Because there's the Norwegian sun is quite actually gripping. It It's very catchy. It's like a mixture of Western Scandinavian dance and Eastern music, like very oriented to Baku. And the thing is that the singer Toji, who is a social worker, he's an Iranian Norwegian, and that's quite actually good because this is like a minority ethnic in Eurovision, and this obviously has been a reaction to previous attacks. So well done, Norway. We will give you points, and before proceeding, I will play some of its Stay. Okay, after doing idiot things, yeah, some people say he's too Eric Sade, but no, I think that, yeah, could be, but the song is actually good, so well done, Norway. And the top 3. So the highest points were there. Yeah, 8 points go to I'm pretending to do like the Dusseldorf's heart attacks background sound. But I have too many windows open. I will do it better next time. Israel! L'Israël! 8 points. Yeah! Well, I'm not that crazy. Why Israel? Yeah, their song is very interesting, very catchy, more than people think. Their chorus is quite strange, too much hero-like, but I love the first part of the song, and I've listened to this group to Summer Shade. The Spanish TV got confused. It thought it was Summer Shade, their entry, and it was a very good one, so I'm now a fan of Isabeau. And here is the song, if you haven't listened to it yet, and I have it here on iTunes, so please download music legally, thanks. Where's that? Isabeau, yeah. No, I don't have the, oh no, sorry, I have the other song. Okay, never mind. Now, 10 points go to France! La France, 10 points. Yeah, France. Why France? Okay, I know that there's been all this tension regarding their stupid Canal Plus France TV station, which has overly criticized Spanish sportsmen because there's been supposedly one of our cyclists, Alberto Contador, has been tried about having consumed illegal substances. We say doping. I don't know if this is an actually English word. And they've accused us of that all our successful sportsmen have been consuming like illegal drugs in order to win, and our government has indeed protested illegally. But I think that this is a way to, although many French people have some sort of envy about us, I don't know why, this is a kind of like, okay, this is like a TV station, we know that not all French people are so bad, So we will give them points. Actually, I don't know what other Spanish people think about all this stuff. I think that they have slightly French phobia, but you know, all the neighbor stations, there's always like the thing about Armenian and Azerbaijan. So I will say right now. Well, the thing about Armenia's withdrawal has to do with the Nagorno-Karabakh stuff. Armenia claims that their territory is theirs. Azerbaijanis said that they are occupying an illegal land. There have been clashes for all around a century, so it was like a matter of time. It was enough time that they announced their retirement, so I find it quite sad. This is not a thing to celebrate. And there's some the Armenians which were indeed pretending to send it to be cool. It was like criticizing overly Azerbaijanis. They said that life is not about buying new cars, brand new cars, because they were criticizing because of their old judgments there that supposedly are making them richer than Armenians. And also that blatant stuff about politics. I know that you call us insane, but we want to be like insane, and we want to be with you in Baku. And they also say like we are like intertwined, we are part of you, it's in me. And obviously they refer to the Nagorno-Karabakh because it's like Armenia in the middle of Azerbaijan, and you know all that stuff. So this is quite sad. But returning to France, yeah, there's some Anggun. Well, Anggun comes from Indonesia and is now French nationalized. She's an actually quite singer. This is not her style neither, but it's good. It starts with some with some between horrible and surprising artificial keys, and then it starts the song with all these oriental synthesizer sounds and the whistle, and it's interesting, and well, it sounds like of a previous song already made, but I like it, and I think I have it here, so it will sound. Yeah, it's called Echo You and I, and it's in French and in English, so this is quite good. One new also. Yeah, that's the thing. And finally, our 12 points from Spain with love is to our one of our big competencies. I'm apart from doing the stupid, I'm trying to prepare the video. I think I have it somewhere. It's here. No, yes, no. Where's that? Oh God, I have. Oh God. What's that? No. Yeah. I will have to upload it again. Okay, it's one of the most interesting entries ever, and it comes from Sweden. La Suede, doucement, and it's here. It's Lorin's Euphoria. Yeah, I feel sorry for Donny Saucedo, but her entry is better. Of course it's better. It's here. Where's that? Where's my camera? I don't find myself. You know all the stuff with the dancing. She dances like that, like contemporaneous dancing. Okay, apart from doing the stupid... Oh my god. It's quite tiring, as you say, and imagine it singing in the same time. And here it will come the male dancer. So it's one of the most interesting entries ever, particularly of Sweden. Okay. So very well done, Sweden. This, of course, is 12 points from Spain, from all over Europe, and I'm afraid it will win. I'm afraid it will win. Although our song is actually a good one, and for me it's between Sweden and Spain, number 2 and number 1 of my ranking. So, no, the ranking did well, because, yeah, Lithuania had to be 11 since Spain in my list. So Sweden is number 2 with 12 points, because my country, I placed it first. Why my country first? Not because it's our entry, because I think it's actually the best song. Yeah, the Ring song is interesting, it's good. She performs very well, she seems great, she dances great, all the staging is marvelous, amazing. Makedonia is also the song. He didn't actually sing that good. She sings better, Lauren, but I think that our song is better. We can again with our powerful ballad, after so many years and years and years of sending fun numbers to Eurovision with very different outcomes that we receive, with exception of the incident of which had to endure Daniel Dijes with Algo Pequeñito, with that Catalan stance person who out of nowhere appeared on the stage, and luckily he pretended to be a dancer and nothing happened. But you know that Spain's different. We also have some problems and some stupid people with him, but there are, of course, a very he doesn't represent actually the Catalan people, and the Catalan people who maybe want to get independence doesn't behave in this way actually. So he's like 1 out of 45 million Spaniards. So we just don't care really. And yeah, so why number one? Because Pastor is such a great singer. Yeah. Although I didn't find it quite fair because it was done internally. I think that they actually did a good decision. She says that she was afraid of taking part into Eurovision because we remember the case of Soraya in 2009. Also stuff with the Russians who claimed us that our meat wasn't healthy, so they didn't accept our meat in Russia, and you know all the stuff that Radio Televisión Española broadcasted the Davis Cup, la Copa Davis, or Roland Garros. I don't remember now. And the stuff was that we didn't broadcast the semi-final, which we were supposedly voting in, and we received a fine. So that's why we became last or near last. Pity for Soraya. Well, the thing is that she's actually a great singer, and the songs were actually not that bad. Tu vida es mi vida, at first I liked it more than Quédate conmigo, which sounded to me too artificial, but I was indeed afraid of sending a ballad because maybe she didn't send that well because she could be nervous in the Eurasian Spanish show. She actually didn't sing it very much good the first version, but when she did it the second time, the retake time after winning. Oh my goodness, I think that we could win. I hope so that at last it will come again Eurovision after 40 years to Barcelona, to Madrid, 2013. I hope so, but we have a very strong concurrence from Slovenia, from Sweden, maybe Russia with the Iranis also, Cyprus, Hungary, and France. I think that the stuff would be between those six. Maybe there are some of course, and Norway and Iceland between these eight. I think that there may be better songs than those, but you know, it's also about politics, so that's the stuff. Thank you for watching me, for standing me for an hour after doing this shitty video, but I think that you have fun with me after doing karaoke a bit and silly things. And I will do it a better video, shorter one with all entries, and so take care. And before leaving, I will let you with my winning song and the winner of the Spanish selection process, Quédate conmigo, stay with me. So bye bye, take care, but first hear the song.
Perdón si no supe decir que lo eras todo para mí. Perdón por el dolor. Perdón.
her staging. Yeah, this was like a karaoke, but she sings like that. She transmits a lot of energy, and she sings really, really, really good. So everyone to his tastes, to her tastes. I know that you may have different opinions of mine, but please comment. And if you like Spanish song, please vote for it. I will do a better video, a shorter one, promise. With the 10 ones remaining, we're looking forward, for example, to Greece. What is going to do Greece finally, if it's better than last year's entry? We have also Belgium, we have Bosnia and Herzegovina, we have the Montenegro presentation, if it's actually the song which people think it is, quite crap one. And we have more countries, we have San Marino, and I don't know, we have also the host country Azerbaijan. What is going to happen in the end? And we have two countries more, I can't remember now. Well, so take care, thank you for watching, please comment, please tell me your opinion, and also please tell me advices how to do this better. So, because I had problems with the YouTube catcher, and also I have problems uploading with the real player, so please give me some advice about how to put in like the Russian person, to put here their live versions on a video. So please tell me, I will greatly appreciate it. So take care, guys and girls, bye bye.